Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Ainsley Court here at Tittle Gymnasium. My name is Jonathan Strange, and I'm here on the call today with Chapel Hill's finest, Johnny Strabel, in the analyst chair. And we have an IAC versus MAC matchup here tonight. The Episcopal High School Maroon are taking on the Flint Hill Huskies. Episcopal's coming in with a 3-1 record, and Flint Hill is coming in with a 1-2 record, and their most recent loss is in their Flint Hill tip-off tournament finals to Jackson Reed High School. And now we will take a pause and honor those serving here and abroad and playing of our national anthem as sung by the Episcopal High School Choir. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. That was a great national anthem. And before we announce starting lineups, I want to turn it over to Johnny Strabel. Johnny, any thoughts on the game before the starting lineups are announced?
There are a few players to watch in today's game. Boom Jock and C.J. Johnson are both the point leaders for Episcopal with 50 points. C.J. Johnson with a 12 points average per game. Another player to watch is Will Hurst, who is 43% from the three-point range and averages 8 rebounds per game. Another interesting fact is this is Flint Hill's first full season since the COVID-19 pandemic. Take it away. And senior Khalil Abdullah has 1.6 million TikTok followers. There is also Gibraltar Coleman, class of 23, who is a 6'6" forward commit to American. They also have a 6'7" junior forward, Quinn Gorman. Doc, could you please talk about the coaches for me?
Yeah. In his 16th season, Coach Fitzpatrick is leading the Episcopal High School Maroon. He reached his over 200th win last year, which is a feat that most coaches can brag about. Coach Ricardo Reed, he is stepping into his second official season as head coach of the Flint Hill Huskies, and he's ready to lead this team in a critical state matchup. The starting lineups for Episcopal High School, there's a change in the starting lineups. Since Episcopal High School's last matchup versus the Hill School, saw Davian King, number 13 from Washington, D.C., he's starting in the starting lineup today, and so is Amarian Ferguson. Johnny, Davian was a freshman last year, and, you know, most people wouldn't have thought he'd be on the varsity level, not to mention starting this year. I'm sure you can tell me a little bit about Davian, you know, living on the same dorm with him last year.
He's an amazing person, great player. I got to know him very well over the football season. I think one of the reasons he's able to play on varsity at such a young age is because of his work ethic. He's one of the best work ethics on the team I've ever seen.
Yeah, and that really shows in the way he plays, you know, diving on the floor for loose balls and just ready to go. As we get ready for tip-off, you know, it's going to be a great one, and If you're watching this and you're an Episcopal High School parent, welcome. You can catch the Maroon in action in their next game on Saturday versus the Heights. And for all the Flint Hill fans watching tomorrow at Ireton, you can catch the Huskies in action. The Ireton Cardinals actually beat the St. Stephen's Saints 73-53 in their most recent matchup. And the game is about to get underway. Amari and Ferguson in for the tip. And it's up. Khalil Abdullah with the ball. Go get me a roster outside. Abdullah gives it out to Coleman. Coleman out to Gorman. Gorman sits on the elbow, takes it up top, works Ferguson, drives the lane, passes it out, and it's mishandled. Abdullah. 6 seconds on the shot clock. And that is a foul called on the Huskies. An illegal screen, it seems. And that'll be the Huskies' first foul of the day, and it'll be going further to the Maroon. And they'll begin their first offensive possession. King kicks the ball in the backcourt, gives it up to Hurst. Hurst gives it back to King. Hurst drives the lane. Pass out to Ferguson. Ferguson from 3, and it's not there. The ball is grabbed by Coleman. The ball's up, and it's no good from Pabis, sorry. Excuse my pronunciation. Kennedy with the ball. Davian King guarding him one-on-one. Kennedy tries working King. Tries driving the lane. Pass out to Coleman. Coleman's right there. And he's missed. Oh, very questionable no call there, but Coleman puts it up and gives the Flint Hill Huskies their first 2 of the day. King takes it up. King settles it. Out to Jock. Jock from 3, and it's not there. Pabis gets the rebound, gives it out to Kennedy. Kennedy takes up the court. Kennedy slows the action down just a little bit. Kennedy out to Gorman, out to Abdullah. Abdullah out to Pabis. Pabis from 3, and it's not there. Oh, and the ball goes off the Maroon, and it'll still be the Huskies' ball. Johnny, you look at Coleman right now, Gibraltar Coleman on the Huskies, you can see he's one of the larger players out there. How do you think his physicality will hurt or help the Maroon today?
He definitely is going to be a very physical player. It'll be a tough opponent for us to guard, but I've seen the work ethic on our boys, and I think they're up for a challenge.
I definitely agree, Johnny. And off of the kickball, the Huskies kicked it out, and it'll be going the Maroon direction. Hurst gets double teamed. Hurst double team in the backcourt. Gives it out to King. King's taking it in the backcourt, up the court, and he gets fouled by Abdullah and Kennedy. That'll be the Huskies' second foul of the day, and it is 2-0 in points and 2-0 in fouls, both in favor of the Huskies. Hurst passes it in to Johnson. C.J. Johnson, a senior, very great combo guard. King goes up. The sophomore, starting his first varsity game, gets the first 2 points for the Maroon on the day. And you see it right there. Davian's work ethic is really, really evident right now. Abdullah's working Hurst up top. Avis is guarded by Johnson. Pass it out to Coleman. Coleman from the corner 3, and it's there. The contested 3 goes down, and Coleman gets his first 3 on the day, and the score is 5-2 in favor of the Huskies.
Well, I'm just so excited to see that King scored.
King gets another 2 on the day. The score is 4-5 Huskies. King has the 4 points for the Maroon on the day. Oh, the ball is mishandled, and it is out on the Huskies. The ball will be heading in the Episcopal Maroon direction. Johnny, number 2, Boom Jock, a Colorado State football commit, was questioning his want to play basketball this year, but in football, you know, IAC Player of the Year, All-State Defensive Athlete of the Year. You know, it's not every day you see that.
I know he was questioning his decision to play, but I'm sure the team would miss him greatly. He's one of the best athletes we have at this school, and he reflects it on every sport he plays.
I completely agree. Defensive Athlete of the Year in the state of Virginia for a reason. Oh, see, right there, way to stay in bounds, using the balance. CJ, the big combo guard, goes up, and it's off. Ferguson grabs the rebound out in the corner. King up from 3. And it's no good. Close, but no good. Score is still 4-5 in favor of the Huskies. Abdullah takes it up, stops it in the corner. He's guarded very tightly by Hurst. Gorman, Coleman up for the layup as he drives the lane. Coleman's size is going to play a big factor in today's matchup. As you see, he drives the lane with ease. I don't know if it's nerves, Johnny, but he's driving the lane with ease. Oh, and a big mix-up by the Maroon. Johnson looked for Mergerson in the post, and he was not there. Abdullah, that's, questionable no call there. Pebas goes up, and he gets it down. Scores 9-4 Huskies. King. Hurst. Double team, gives it up to King. King, double team. And King is roughed up and is staying Maroon. You know, Johnny, what are you noticing about Flint Hill's double team every time the Maroon pass it in? It's a great press, it seems.
There always seem to be double teaming it on Damian King. I think they noticed his young age and thought they could apply pressure on him, but it did not seem to be working as he's leading in scoring right now.
Malik Studi, the new sub, gets absolutely blocked at the rim, and so does Hurst by Gorman.
Malik Studi is a strong player, averaging 7 points a game, but I was talking to him today, and he seems that number's on the rise.
Yep. And number 13, Khalil Abdullah, is hurt after taking a rough fall onto the court. And for the Maroon, number 3, Bryson Carter, will be stepping in for number 11, Will Hurst, and the Huskies will substitute the rest of their 4 players. Take a timeout for injury here. For all those joining us, we want to thank you for coming in on this Friday night, enjoying some Episcopal High School basketball. We are at 3:39 left in the first quarter, and the score is 9-4 Huskies. Johnny, I was reading something from Coach Rico Reed for the Huskies earlier, and he was talking about number 12, Quinn Gorman. You know, they never really had a true big center, and this year they got Gorman, and Gorman stepped in, and he's become their true center that they can really rely on. And I'm sure you've seen it today. He's really been playing like a center and really setting the tone out there on the court for the Huskies.
Definitely. Quinn Gorman is 6'7", so he's definitely a tall player. So he's definitely providing a challenge for our team, but I think Boom Jock's up for it.
Definitely. Boom and Amari on there, both splitting matchups between Coleman and Gorman. Earlier this season, we wanted to take some time to mark out Coach Fitzpatrick's 16th and 17th season here as Maroon head coach, and on his staff have been Coach Betts and Coach Kelly. They've been here for a very long time alongside Coach Fitzpatrick, and it's been questioning what brings them back every year. And I'm sure you know Coach Fitzpatrick. You know, his passion for the game is something that can't be replicated by anyone else. And I think the people, the team, and his coaching staff around him all feed off of that.
Definitely. It's definitely a great experience being a part of our basketball team.
Number 14, Caleb Caleb passes it in, and Stephen Kennedy will work Malik Studi, the 4-on-4 matchup. Kennedy gives it out to Caleb. Caleb goes up, and the foul is called on number 2, Boom Jock, or number 22, sorry. Number 22 is C.J. Johnson. The junior guard will step to the line and shoot his 2 free throws. (10-4) Huskies. And the second one goes down. 11-4. Flint Hill playing a really, really heavy press. And the foul is called on Gordy. Marley Gordy, the 6'3" senior guard, is called for the foul. Ferguson out to Studi. Studi to Jock. Jock out in the three-point range, drives the lane, steps back. Ferguson drives the lane, out to Studi. Studi drives the lane. Ferguson to Jock. Jock mishandles it. Coleman with a great defense inside to Studi. Studi goes up, and it's down. Malik Studi with his first 2 points of the day. Score is 11-6 Huskies. Malik Studi last year came here from Gonzaga. And his brother, Malcolm Studi, his younger brother, is in his first year here at Episcopal, and they both came from Gonzaga. And their older brother, Miles Studi, is currently playing at Vanderbilt and is one of Vanderbilt's best players. They're really a basketball family, and their work ethic when it comes to the game is very, very special. I think it'll take the places definitely. And Stephen Kennedy working Studi up top. Studi playing lockdown defense right now. Caleb with the ball, guarded by Johnson. Coleman up for three, and it's an air ball. You hear the energy in here. That was a very questionable shot, very contested shot, and it unfortunately ended up in an air ball for Coleman. Carter up the court. Carter stops the momentum. Johnson drives the lane. And it'll be a blocking foul on number 34, Ty Harris, the freshman, and Johnson will go to the line and shoot his 2 free throws. Will Hurst getting ready to check in, the senior guard from Washington, D.C. C.J. Johnson airballs the first free throw. Not like C.J., Johnny. Not like C.J. at all. Johnson back up again, and that one's down.
That was a textbook shot on the second one. Definitely a recover from the first attempt.
Studi guarding Kennedy. Gordy in the corner. Gordy working Ferguson. Harris the freshman. Kennedy outside to Coleman. Coleman driving the lane, using his size. Kennedy working Studi. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Kennedy drives the lane, gives it out to Harris. Harris goes up, and that's down. Harris with his first points of the day, and it's a three-pointer. Score is 14-7 Huskies. Johnson outside, up from three, and it's no good. Ball's tipped. Oh, back to the Maroon. Ferguson from three again, and that's down. 14-10 scoreline for the Maroon. Ferguson, 14-10 scoreline for the Huskies, in favor of the Huskies. And Ferguson with his first three on the day. Coleman inside to Caleb. Caleb, drives the lane. And they're going to call the charge right there. Great way to draw the foul by Johnson, Johnny. You know, drawing a charging foul, especially in this league, is very, very tricky. The Maroon will get the ball. Studi goes into Hurst. Ferguson goes back to Hurst. Jock up for the layup. The Maroon reduce the deficit to 2 points, and the 14 is 12-14 in favor of the Huskies. Harris trying to start something from up top, start some energy. Harris is working Hurst. Hurst, known for his lockdown defensive ability, is really showing that right here against Ty Harris. Pabis. And that's Maroon ball after it was tipped by Nate Pabis on a very difficult pass to grab for the Huskies. C.J. Johnson and Boone Jock are off. Bryson Carter will come back on for the Maroon. Pass out to Carter. Carter up top, Studi. Studi for three, and it's no good. Carter tips the rebound, and it'll be Flint Hill ball. Gorman gives out to Harris. Gordy up for the three, and that was very short. Hits the rim on the front side. Nate Pabis, whoa, that very questionable call there. And it'll be, very, very key. Pabis with the three. A very, very physical sequence there between the Huskies and the Maroon, and Pabis ends it off with a Flint Hill three-pointer. and it's a foul. And one for Amarian Ferguson. Way to absorb the contact and get up for the rim.
What a play. That ball was shaking in and out of the net. I wasn't sure if it was going in or not.
Ferguson, a transfer this year in his first year here at the high school from Charlotte, North Carolina. Ferguson had a short-lived football season, but came to the basketball court and is doing his thing. And he converts the free throw, a three-point play for Ferguson, and the score is 16-15 in favor of the Huskies. Coleman gets guarded physically, and he can't put it down. Ferguson with the block again. Ferguson playing very physical, and that brings us to the end of the first quarter. Very heated play sequence right there. And you can really hear the energy in here. The Maroon are down by 1. The score is 16-15 Huskies. They have 6 fouls, the Huskies do, and Episcopal has 1 foul. Very heated and physical game here, Johnny. You know, you can see the tension really rising.
You can see the physicality that the Huskies play with by leading just by the sheer number of fouls they're leading by.
Definitely. Last year was the last matchup between the Flint Hill Huskies and the Episcopal High School Maroon, and Episcopal won 73-42. And that was just a lot of key seniors last year, and you can definitely see the Huskies really want to get some redemption. They want to come back out here, come back to Episcopal's home court, and show them what's up. And they're trying to do that, and they're currently in the lead.
It'll definitely be an exciting game to watch. I'm looking forward to viewing it.
Definitely. This is also one of the first big home games of the year for the Maroon, and you can really see the student section showing out here in full force.
Say the score after every play. After every basket, say the score.
I'm going to try.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the second quarter. Score is 16-15 in favor of the Huskies.
And we are returning the second quarter with the original starting 5.
That is an observation. Great observation, Johnny. My man in the analyst chair, Johnny Strebel. First gives it to King to begin the second quarter. King working his man up top. Ferguson working Gorman. Johnson working Caleb. Jock outside. Jock in. Jock goes up. Whoa! 17-15. Episcopal High School with their first lead of the day. Great shot by Jock. Travel is called on Quinn Gorman. The 6'7" forward. Quinn Gorman is called for a travel. King working it. King. Johnson. Ferguson in the post. Ferguson goes up, and it's a foul. Ferguson draws another foul and will head to the line to shoot his 2 free throws again. Trying to make the score 19-16. Ferguson drops the first free throw, and it's 18-16. That was a beautiful free throw, Johnny.
It was nothing but net.
You know, Johnny, people really talk about the art of the free throw. Though it looks easy, it's hard. And another free throw dropped, 19-16 Maroon.
There's definitely quite a bit of pressure when shooting free throws.
I mean, especially in a place like the Centennial Gym, you know, where the noise is always going crazy. Yeah, it's a bit hard. Kennedy at the top of his end, working Hurst. Look, Kennedy out to the corner, pulls up, and it's off from the corner. Johnson gets the rebound, and it's immediately double-teamed by the Huskies. And C.J. Johnson seems to be in a bit of pain after being hit in the wrong place by Caleb, and the ball will be going in the Maroons' direction. And the Maroon are in the bonus after the Huskies are committed their 8th foul of the night. Johnson in a bit of pain as he heads to the line. Johnson going to try and push through and shoot his free throws. Johnson up. And it's off. Johnson goes back up. Oh, way to redeem himself. Johnson misses the first free throw on the 1-and-1 and gets the rebound and goes back up on his lonesome and puts it down. Score is 21-16 Maroon.
With the Huskies leading 8-1 in fouls.
Thank you, Johnny. Hurst is guarding Kennedy. Coleman pulls up from three. Very contested shot, and that's off. Oh, up court to Ferguson, to Jock. Jock with the layup. With the lay, man. Boom, Jock with the lay. 23-16 Maroon. Energy in here is electric. A bit hard to hear, but great layup by Jock. Timeout is called here by the Huskies. Timeout called by the Huskies. Energy in here has been going crazy so far. I mean, this is a very critical matchup, and the fans should really come out here to give them all the support they can. Khalil Abdullah currently being looked at by the trainers, and it seems to be a knee injury. We'll keep you updated if we know anything more. Ty Harris with the ball, taking up the court for the Huskies. Harris working king, freshman versus sophomore matchup. Harris out to Gorman. Gorman drives the lane on Ferguson. He goes, oh, finger roll. Good old-fashioned finger roll on Ferguson, and he gets it down, 18-23 Maroon. CJ Johnson working Kennedy. Johnson drives the lane, gives it out to Hurst. Hurst goes, drives the lane, gives it up to Ferguson. Ferguson up for the layup, and he could not convert, but he gets the rebound back. King outside, Hurst outside on the top of the key. And Hurst is called for the travel. With 4 seconds on the shot clock, that travel resets the shot clock and gives the ball over to the Huskies. Harris is out and gives it to Kennedy. Kennedy drives the lane, gets stops. Harris. Kennedy trying to start something. Coleman outside, working Jock. Coleman goes, questionable. Goaltending call. It's a goaltending call on the Huskies. The ball was still on the rim as Gorman slammed it down, and it'll be goaltending on the Huskies. Ball will be headed in the Maroon's direction. Score will remain 23-18 Maroon. You can hear the energy by the Flint Hills sideline. They're not excited with that call. Johnson drives the lane, and one. Johnson absorbs the contact. You see the energy on his face. Way to absorb the contact. 25-18 Maroon with a chance to make it 26-18 with this one free throw. Johnson's been having a great game so far. Johnson goes up with it, and it's off, but Ferguson tries to get the rebound and could not do it. Marley Gorman up the court. Gorman does not convert the layup, but Ty Harris, the freshman, shows off his strength, gets the ball, and puts it down. Boom Jock pulls up. Nice pull-up jumper is off. Score still 25-20. Gorman taking it out. Kennedy trying to work Hurst. Kennedy takes it up top. Coleman. Kennedy with the pull-up jumper. Kennedy drains it. Wow, that's a beautiful shot. Score is 25-23 Maroon. Hurst. It's out to Studi. Studi back to Ferguson. Ferguson to Studi. Johnson, got to use his size. Studi pulls up from three, and it's off. Studi, not the usual three-point shooter, but he's been seeming to, get out of his comfort zone, especially this season, and really shoot from three, Johnny.
Well, as I said earlier in the game, he's averaging 7 points per game, and he said he was expecting to do more than that, so.
Kennedy off from 3. Getting a bit confident in that 3-pointer there. Hurst out to Ferguson. Ferguson goes back to Hurst. Trying to start something in their offensive end. Johnson. Hurst. Studi out to Johnson up top. Johnson drives the lane. Oh my gosh. Johnny, break down that layup.
That was one of the best layups I've seen in a while. He ran through 3 defenders and threw it behind his back to make the layup. It was crazy.
The under offhand layup, and the 6'7" forward Gorman airballs Johnson. Johnson running up the court with a spin move. Johnson crossover, spin move, pulls up. Oh, and that's not down. Johnson has really gone into his zone. He's been locked in ever since getting that and 1. Kennedy mishandles it. Kennedy's up top being guarded by Johnson. Harris up top. Hurst is guarding him. Harris is going to try and go for Hurst. Coleman with another contested shot, and that's down. Coleman, Division I forward committed to American. You really see him using his size, and I think, Johnny, that's what really drove American to, push for him and end up offering him and committing. Score is 27-25 Maroon with 2 minutes 30 seconds left in the second. Ferguson for
nothing but net.
Ferguson. The contested 3 is drained. 30-25 for the Maroon. Kennedy drives the lane, and a foul is called on the Maroon. Kennedy absorbed a little contact there. Boom Jock is out, and he'll be subbed off for Malcolm Studi. Caleb is back in. Gibraltar Coleman is out, and so is Marley Gordy for the Huskies.
Excited to see what Malcolm Studi can do, because he's the youngest of 3 amazing basketball players. So he's definitely quite the player. He has a bit of height on Malik, so I'm excited to see what he does throughout his career at Episcopal.
I agree. Saw junior Malcolm Studi and senior Malik Studi, and the score is 30-27 after Flint Hill converts that layup. 30-27 Maroon. Oh, Hurst with the mistake. Harris drives it up. And the and 1 goes down. Yes, it does go down. Oh, yes. 29-30 Maroon. Harris has the chance to tie it up here with a free throw, and Will Hurst is out for sophomore Davian King. Quinn Gorman will be heading out for the Huskies, and he'll be replaced by number 1 Cole Clark. Gibraltar Coleman, very short rest for him there as he's right back in. Johnson about to work Harris. Johnson out to Studi. Malik Studi. King gets roughed up, and that's a foul called on the Huskies. With the Maroon in the bonus, it'll be 1-1 for King at the line. King shooting his first 2 free throws of the day, or 1-1. His first free throw of the day. Hopefully it goes down and give them the lead again. King up with it. Splash. King makes it 31-30 for the Maroon. Next one is up.
And he made it. King's been a great player despite his young age. You can definitely see his work ethic in his game.
Definitely. King, a sophomore, been here for his 2nd year, and he comes from Washington Jesuit Academy. Washington Jesuit produced a few great athletes, including Maryland star wide receiver Rakim Jarrett. Jesuits known for producing boys with great work ethic from 3rd through 8th grade. And Studi with the foul. Studi blocks Caleb, and it's a foul called, and He'll go to the line and shoot his 2. Score is 32-30 in favor of the Maroon. That first one is down. Very effortless shot, it seems. Studi is replaced with his brother. Studi for Studi. Malcolm is out. Malik is in. Second one goes down. Tie game again. The Maroon had the lead for a stretch there, a very good lead, but the Huskies have come back to tie it up. Malik Studi with the ball. Jock drives the lane, gives it out to Johnson. Johnson drives. Johnson out to Jock. Jock goes up, pulls up, and that's off. But Ferguson tips it, gives out to King. King goes back in the paint to Ferguson. Johnson, spin move, goes up for the layup, and it's off, but it's Ferguson. And the ball was tipped, and it'll be going back Flint Hill's way. Caleb with the ball, out to Harris in the corner. Harris takes it up top. Coleman working Jock. Coleman with the post work, and that one goes down. Gives Flint Hill the lead again, 34-32 with a little over 30 seconds left here in the first half. Johnson in the Jock. Jock drives the lane, pulls up, stops. CJ pulls up, jumper, good. 35-34, 3-point jumper. Maroon back in the lead. 20 seconds left in the first half. Harris, out to Caleb, out to Clark. To Caleb. Pabis working Ferguson. Pabis drives the lane, hits a spin move, and that layup is off, no good. 3, 2, 1, up, and it's no good. The first half will end with the Maroon leading 35-34, and we will see you shortly after this halftime break. we back on?
No, yeah, I'm on here.
Put us on.
Yeah, I'm part of the team.
Alex. Get on the camera.
Get on the camera, bro. Alex, bro, get on the camera, bro. It's not funny, bro.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We're back for the second half. The score is 35-34 Maroon. And the Maroon have gone with their starting lineup back on the court. So have the Huskies. And we're getting ready for the second half of action.
Yeah, I mean, both teams have been putting up a really good fight tonight. I'd love to see the outcome in the second half. Looks like Flint Hill's going to start with the ball here.
Caleb passes the ball into Kennedy. Kennedy has 6 points so far on the night. Coleman goes up. Coleman has 11 points on the night and make that 13. Johnson. CJ Johnson really turned up at the end of that the end of that first half. And he has another 11. He has 9 points on the night. Jock pulls up. Jock's off. Hurst goes up. Foul is called, and that's a foul on Gorman.
I mean, O'Marion's been lights out tonight. What do you think about that, John?
He's been playing his game and he's really been playing as physically as he can to try and match his matchup, and that's really paid off for him tonight as he gets to the line to shoot his two.
I mean, he's really just been lining them up, knocking them down all night long. So he looks to keep doing that in the second half here.
I agree. Score is 36-35 for the Huskies, and the Maroon are going to try and tie it up right here with Ferguson. Free throw, which is off. Wow. That looked like it was going good, but the free throw is off. Kennedy takes it up the court, and he'll try and start some offense for the Huskies. Coleman backing Jock down. Gorman in the post, and Gorman gets the ball tipped out by Ferguson, and it'll still be the Flint Hill Huskies ball. Pabis gets it out to Kennedy. Kennedy trying to work with Hurst. Coleman in the paint. Coleman out to Caleb. Kennedy drives the lane. Kennedy goes up with it, and he cannot convert. Bring my food over here. I'm going to take occasional bites. Bring my food over right there. Yeah. Bring my food. First one's down for Kennedy, 37-35 Huskies. Second one's down, 38-35 for the Huskies. Score is 38-35, 7 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. Johnson works Caleb. Oh my goodness, Johnson drives lane, gives up to Jock. Jock goes up for the layup, oh, and it doesn't go down. Coleman stops, pulls up, and that's down. The Maroon have not gathered any points so far this half, and that's not good at all if they want to come in this half running. Ferguson out in the corner for a three, it's there. Cuts the lead to 2. 38-40 score the game for the Huskies and the Maroon.
It looks like Episcopal's team is going over their game plan for the second half now. Hopefully that will allow us to take the lead. The fans are definitely loving this game. They're all going crazy. Barely any of them even left to go get dinner during the break. They all decided to stay. It's quite the environment. And we are back. It's the Huskies ball. The score is 40-38 Huskies.
Ball's back in. Pabis gives it up. Gives it to Caleb. Pabis working Johnson. Johnson playing some lockdown defense. Johnson guarding Pabis. Pabis bodies Johnson a little bit. Kennedy tries working Hurst. Kennedy drives the lane. Successful layup conversion. And the ball is out. Huskies ball. Hopefully that timeout could have helped the Maroon because the Maroon really need that. They need to get a little more energy and a little more pep in their step to come back and get the lead on these Huskies. Johnson guarding Kennedy. Kennedy takes the ball off the court, trying to start some offense for the Huskies. Kennedy goes inside to Coleman. Coleman, the American commit, works Jock. Drives in the paint again. Oh, very bad pass, and luckily Kennedy grabs it, for the Huskies. Coleman working Jock, contested. And that's an air ball. The Maroon could not get the rebound. Kennedy grabs it. And that's a jump. That's a foul on the Huskies. The Huskies get that foul, and they will give it to the Maroon. The Maroon will have the ball.
The Husky sideline is definitely not happy about that foul. They're questioning a little bit, but I kind of agree with the ref on this one.
That was a vicious block by Quinn Gorman. Davian goes up, and King puts the layup down. Wow, that was one of the most vicious blocks of the day. And it's a blocking foul called on Studi. Studi for the Maroons, second foul of the half. Both teams have 2 fouls. Scores 42-40 for the Huskies. Pabis here is going to try and make it 44-40. Doesn't go down for Pabis. That one's down. King gives the ball to Ferguson. Ferguson a drop. Oh, and that's a miss. Kennedy. On the paint. Kennedy working Johnson up top. Kennedy, the point guard here, trying to start some offense. Davis, Kennedy drives the lane again. He can't do it. Ball goes back to the Maroon after it is tipped and obtained by the Maroon. Johnson goes up with it, and it's off. Contested layup there, very contested. Coleman playing great defense on him. Kennedy. Out to Caleb. Over, oh, errant pass. Errant pass leads to the Maroon retaining possession, and Bryson Carter, the sophomore, will come in to replace senior Boone Jock. Bryson also played football as well, and he was a very up-and-coming cornerback this year, Johnny. I'm sure from football season you know Bryson to be a, flashy player, but still puts in the work and really makes sure that he can help the team.
He was definitely one of the most helpful members on scout team this year. Great player. Score is 43-40 Huskies. Both teams have 2 fouls.
Carter stays on for Jock. Huskies don't make any changes to their lineup after the timeout. Studi to Ferguson. Ferguson's triple team. Studi out in the corner working Pabis. And the ball is kicked by the Huskies. Johnson pulls up. Oh, and it's off. Kennedy to Pabis. Pabis outside of the 3. 3-point range. Kennedy and the Gorman. Gorman in the paint. Carter playing great defense. Kennedy from the corner. And it's, wow, 46-40 for the Huskies after that amazing 3-pointer. Carter. Studi keeps for full possession. Johnson goes up for 3. Oh, that's an air ball. Gorman drives the lane, and it gets stolen. Oh, but it goes back to the Huskies at a weird sequence of events, and the Huskies put it down for 48-40 score line in their favor. Johnson with the 2, and 43-48 for the Huskies. During this fall timeout, you can see the Flint Hill huddle is very energetic, and they're, really feeding off the momentum that they just had. And the Episcopal High School Maroon, they're going over the X's and O's here, and they're trying to get back into this game. For both teams, this game is a critical state matchup, and they really both need the win here to really push themselves and advance to the state rankings, because the Maroon, after recently losing to Wolfson High School, or Jackson Reed as they're now referred to, really need the win to, solidify their spot in the state rankings coming up next week. Davis looking around. Davis into Gordy. Gordy gives it to Kennedy. Kennedy takes it up the court, and he is locked down by Johnson. Johnson playing great defense on Kennedy. Kennedy tries driving the lane, pushing out to the corner for a 3, and he goes over the 3, and it's not there. The Huskies got the rebound again. Corbin got the rebound using his size, and he goes up, and it's a miss, but it's a foul in the play. And in that sequence of events, you can't really argue. And, Corbin will go to the line, shoot his 2, and try to make it 50-42 with an 8-point lead for the Huskies. Colby goes up, off. It seems as though in-game, Coleman can easily drop these shots and drop these layups using his size, but when it comes to the free throw line, he hasn't been as successful tonight. Drops the second one, 49-42.
Let's hope Episcopal can come back here.
7-point game, 49-42 in favor of the Huskies. Ferguson puts it up and drops it down for the Maroon. Johnson guarding Kennedy. Oh, Hurst with the great defensive play, takes it up the court and puts the layup down. Coleman tries to swat at it and is not successful. 49-46 for the Huskies, in favor of the Huskies. Coleman with Jock guarding him. Gordy in the post. Gordy is not a post man at all, and he loses the ball. Back of the court. Jock goes out to Hurst. Hurst from 3. Chopper. Tie game. Will Hurst playing his best few minutes of basketball so far this season to tie the game back up for the Maroon at 49-49. Very heated game here. You can see emotions getting to each of the sides as of right now, and we are a little under 2 minutes left here in the third quarter. Score is 49-49. The Flint Hill Huskies have 2 fouls, and the Episcopal Maroon have 3. Ty Harris takes it up, guarded heavily by Hurst. Pabus out in the 3-point range, front fakes, shoots up, and it's no good. CJ Johnson. CJ puts it up, and it's off the backboard and in. 51-49. The Maroon are back in the lead. and they are trying to hold on to this lead for the rest of the game and come out with a win tonight. Kennedy, guarded by Johnson. Coleman in the pit. Coleman at the post. Coleman working Jock. Spin move, puts it up for the layup. No foul called there. Very questionable no call. The referee must have had better eyes than us, Johnny, but that's a very questionable no call there.
Yeah, I can't argue with the refs, but that looks very questionable to me.
You can see the frustration on Boom Jock's face. Hurst is double teamed, gives it in the paint to Studi. Ferguson goes up for the layup, and it's down. 53-51. The lead is being exchanged so much tonight. I mean, Johnny, this game is very close.
It's definitely exciting to watch. Close games are always my favorite.
I think this game is a lot closer than the Maroon would like it to be, because the Maroon were really talking about this game. They need to really come out with a win. They're expecting a win, but, you know.
Definitely, it's much closer than we'd like it to be, considering last year was 73-42. But again, that was with the loss of 3 key seniors.
Coleman with a lethal three-pointer gives the Huskies a 1-point lead, 54-53. Oh, very physical sequence of events there, and the Huskies take the ball back. 20 seconds left. Coleman out from 3. It's no good. Ferguson from 3. It's no good. Studi out back to Ferguson from 3. Ferguson, no good. Foul is called on the Maroon. Coach Fitzpatrick, you can really see the frustration on his face. Very questionable foul call. Referee must have had better eyes than us. You can really hear the frustration in this building, but you know, the Maroon are going to try and get back to this 1-point deficit and take the lead, and the first quarter coming up in 5 seconds. Johnson goes up with the layup, takes the lead back for the Maroon. 55-54 lead for the Maroon. And the referees have called off the layup, it seems. Oh, never mind. The referees did not call off the layup. They just called the end of the third quarter, and we are currently about to head into the fourth quarter with a 55-54 score, and your Maroon are in the lead. Both teams are rather tired right now. Motion's about to come out. Teams are stressed. You know, these are the games you love to see as a fan. We want to thank you guys for joining us here on EHS Live YouTube tonight. We want to give a shout out to our crew working tonight. We have on producer Duke Shackelford, class of 2025. On camera one, view with your center court view, we have Alexander Van the senior. And working camera two, getting you all your close-up shots and tight shots, is sophomore Lola Mason. And in the analyst chair next to me, introducing ourselves once again, is Johnny Strebel, and I am Jonathan Strange, or Johnny Strange. Johnny and Johnny combo, and we're happy to have you for another game as we get ready for this fourth quarter. Also, shout out to our advisor for the day, Kyle, who's doing a great job of keeping everything in check and running a tight ship.
I'd also like to shout out the fans who are keeping the environment amazing in here.
I completely agree. Hurst starts the quarter off, giving the ball out to King. Hurst out to Frederson. Johnson drives the lane, pulls up. Ooh, off the backboard. Textbook shot. Textbook big shot. CJ Johnson, 57-54 in terms of the Maroon, and you can hear the crowd chanting Hezzy, as he's known by his Instagram username, HezzyFamCEO. Kennedy drives the lane, stops, hesitates, Hezzy's, and works Hurst. Takes the ball back out to work Hurst, 10 seconds on the shot clock. 7, 5, Gorman up. Gorman makes the shot over Will Hurst, contested shot, but it goes down for him. 57-56 for the Maroon. Ferguson from 3, it's no good. Gorman takes the ball back, gives it up to Caleb. Caleb hits from court. He stops to slow the action down. Kennedy takes the ball up top, using his point guard skills. Coleman up from 3. And that's off. Over the back call on Pebis, and the Maroon will take the ball back and hopefully score in their own end and extend this lead. Foul is called, and the Maroon will take the ball out. And first gets it in the King. Johnson working Harris. Johnson drives the lane, pulls up, and that's off. Jock with the rebound. But Jock cannot let it down, and the Flint Hill Huskies will get the ball again. And Coleman gives it to Kennedy. Kennedy tries working Hurst. Kennedy drives the lane. Kennedy gives up to Gorman. Gorman goes up. Gorman cannot convert. Hurst goes down with the rebound, and the ball is going back in the Episcopal direction. And Hurst, guarded by Gorman and Kennedy, gives it out to Johnson. Johnson goes up. Oh, tries giving out to King, and that doesn't go down. And Pebis will get the interception, and he'll give it up. It's a Kennedy taking up the court, working Ferguson. Kennedy outside the Pebis. Pebis guarded by Johnson. Johnson guarding Pebis. Pebis working Johnson. And the charge. Pebis gets the charge. Johnson draws the great foul, and it'll be headed in the Maroons' direction. 57-56, Maroon. Take a pause here so the court can be wiped to keep all the players safe. We want to thank all the officials out here today to keeping the players safe. And we also want to thank our 2 Episcopal full-time athletic trainers, Tom McCuskey and Rachel Kelly, for keeping our Episcopal high school players in the Flint Hill sideline safe. Not to mention Steve, the great Steve. Steve the King. Steve sitting on his chair and on his throne over there. But thank you to everybody working to keep everybody safe tonight. Davian King. To Hurst up top, outside to Johnson from 3. Oh, and that's off, but Jock tips it up, and it doesn't go down. The tip does not go down, and foul is called in the Maroon. It'll be going in the Flint Hill direction after very, very hard to tell to see what double gets. Gibraltar Coleman will take it out for the Flint Hill Huskies. As you can see, the Maroon are trying to exchange the high press game that the Flint Hill Huskies were giving them. Davian is locking down Stephen Kennedy. He's locking him down, giving him nowhere to go. Hurst. Oh, Harris in the post. Coleman, Hurst, Harris outside. Harris, that doesn't go down. Gordy with the rebound. Gordy goes up. That doesn't go down. Ball is going in the Episcopal direction. Will Hurst is going down the court. Takes it down, drives the lane, and he's fouled. Foul is called on the Huskies. Maroon will stay with possession and scores 57-56. The Maroon are officially in the bonus. Oh, sorry, they're not in the bonus. 5 fouls, not the bonus. 6 fouls, sorry. Johnson working Kennedy. King. Ferguson to King. To Hurst. Hurst out to King. King from 3. King is no good. Kennedy working Davian King. Davian King with the steal, but the ball goes out of bounds. That's what we call lockdown defense. Davian King is subbed off for Malik Studi, and Davian King having a great first start on the varsity squad. Johnny, wouldn't you call that an amazing first start?
That was amazing.
Coleman tries working Jock in the paint, and the ball doesn't go down. You can see the way Coleman's running on the court. Coleman is tired. Coleman has been running up and down the court all day. He looks tired. and that's going to play a big role in the next 4 minutes of this game. Lead has not changed. Ferguson up, and it's no good. Score has not changed in over a minute and a half. Nobody has scored. Both sides have been playing a pretty even contest. Harris working Hurst. Kennedy up top with Johnson. Gorman working Ferguson. Jock working travel on Gibraltar Coleman. Coleman is tired, and that's really affecting his cognitive ability to play the game here tonight. Johnny, Gibraltar Coleman's
both
tired.
teams are very evenly matched. In these last few minutes, it's going to come down to the conditioning of the teams.
Definitely. As you can see, Gibraltar Coleman, the star player for Flint Hill, looks rather tired. He looks gassed, and the Maroon are going to really have to use that to their advantage because that really affects the cognitive ability of each player as the ball is kicked out by Ty Harris, and it'll stay Maroon ball. Jock out to Johnson. Johnson working Clark. Hurst for 3, and that's off the backboard. Boom, Jock called for the over the back foul, and that'll be going Flint Hill's direction. Clark with the ball. Clark will be working Johnson. He takes up the court. Clark is being shut down. Saying, shut him down, shut him down. Uh-oh, Johnson. Johnson guarding Clark. Gorman out from 3. Not his usual range, but Gorman's outside 3. Gordy with a pull-up jumper. And that's off.
Wow.
Johnson with the spin move. Johnson working Clark. Johnson. Studi to Jock in the corner. To CJ up top, to Johnson. Hurst. Hurst is fouled as he has to carry the ball for a minute, but he is fouled, and the ball will be staying in the Maroons' end as the Maroon will be in the bonus officially, and Hurst will be shooting his 1-for-1.
Well, hopefully he can make this because neither team has been able to put a point on the board in the past 3 minutes.
Yes, Johnny, 3 minutes of no points scored for either side. You know, that's very rare, especially in a game of basketball.
It's been great defense from both sides.
Yes, I completely agree. For a team like Flint Hill that's been scoring points all year, 3 minutes of no points is very crazy. And the rebound doesn't come down for the Maroon. And Amarian Ferguson is pushed in the back and fouled. Ball will be staying with the Maroon. Yes, all the conditioning of the teams is what it's going to come down to. Both teams look very tired. Coach Ricardo Reed from Flint Hill is very, very hot-headed, and he is not happy with the call. Coach Reed is sweating right now. He is not happy with the call. Johnson out for 3, and that's no good. Jock with the rebound. Studi with another foul for the Huskies. The Huskies are adding their own insult to injury by continuing to foul the Maroon. Studi will head back to the line to shoot another 1-and-1, and the Huskies have 8 fouls, and the Maroon have 6.
And the shot was missed, so it's still 57-56 in favor of Episcopal.
Over 3 minutes of no point scored, but it's been a very entertaining game so far. Studi misses the free throw again. Kennedy working Johnson. Coleman driving the lane. Coleman. And he's blocked by Jock. Very questionable foul call. Ref had better eyes than we have, so we will not question that. But a foul is called on Jock, and Coleman will head to the line to shoot his free throws. Let's hope that Coleman's free throw success from the night will reflect in this shot right here. It did not, and it goes down 57-57, tie game. Malik Studi subbed out for Davian King. Davian King coming back in to continue his amazing varsity start. Coleman goes up with his second one, and that's down 2. 58-57, Huskies are back in the lead.
Hopefully this new Husky lead can make the Episcopal players lock into the little stuff and get some points on the board.
Johnson pulls up jumper, airball back to Johnson. Johnson hits it out. David King, first on the corner for 3. It seems timeout is called by the Maroon. With 2 minutes and 20 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter, Johnny, it's been a very entertaining game. Has there been any player that you could say has played a big difference for both sides, especially on the Flint Hill side?
I'm going to say Damian King has made a huge difference. He's been putting up some points on the board despite his young age in first year on varsity.
How about on the Flint Hill side? Who have you seen?
Definitely Gilbert or Coleman and Quinn Gorman. Their amazing, their superior size has put up a real challenge for Episcopal.
Great insight, Johnny. Amazing insight. Both coaches are really in their huddles right now trying to get their team to focus and lock into the little things.
As some great man once said, fatigue makes cowards of us all, so.
Johnny, Ty Harris is a true freshman in the Flint Hill lineup. What have been your thoughts on how his play has affected the Flint Hill Huskies today?
I did not realize he was a true freshman. That's very impressive to be playing on varsity as a freshman. You don't see that very often. His career is definitely something people want to watch.
King out to Ferguson. Ferguson double team. King drives the lane. Gives it out to Jock for the three-pointer. 1 second. And that's off. But the Maroon will keep it. King with a great rebound. King is fouled on the play. Draws a foul. We'll head to the line. 57-58 for the Huskies. King right now will try to get them a lead back for the Maroon.
King's been a great shooter, so I think he'll be able to do it.
Very quiet gym right now. Everyone is low. Sorry for the whisper. King goes out. Coach Rico Reed yelling during the play and yelling on the shot, and King cannot focus, and that doesn't go down. 58-57 still for the Huskies.
2 minutes left on the game. This will be an exciting 2 minutes.
Gorman with Jock. Coleman outside in 3. Driving the lane. Pabis working Johnson. Coleman from 3. Coleman. Pabis. Kennedy. Shot. Off. Hurst gets the rebound. Gives it for the Maroon. Hurst. King. Davian King can't convert it. Ferguson with the rebound. Johnson. Very, very scary because of events there. Hurst. Pull up, and that's off. The Maroon cannot put these shots down. Maroon have not been able to put the shots down today. In that sequence, they weren't able to either. Hurst guarding Kennedy. Hurst. Coleman seems to be hurt. Coleman down. Some sort of leg injury, it seems. It looks like it may just be a cramp, might need some water and a quick stretch, but yeah, Coleman seems to, have gotten a really bad cramp, and he's back up. Yep, it looked like it was just a cramp. If Coleman has to sit out, the Huskies will have lost a key player.
Well, there's 1 minute left on the board, and Maroon is down by 1, so this will definitely be an exciting minute.
Very exciting minute. And in this final minute, we want to take the time to thank everybody for tuning in. For those of you who left and for those of you who have just joined us, we want to thank you for tuning in. Every viewer that we have helps and is a friend of the Episcopal High School community. So we thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we hope you join us on local lives tomorrow for Episcopal's next game versus the Heights School from Bethesda, Maryland at 1 o'clock p.m. here in Ainsley Court at the Centennial Gymnasium. If you are in the Alexandria area, we welcome you to come and support the Maroon. If you are not watching, Local Live will be offering a great live stream of the event. (58-57), 1 minute remaining. Episcopal High School, sorry, Flint Hill ball. Johnson working Kennedy. Kennedy trying to work Johnson. Coleman down up top. Coleman gonna try and do things of his own. Give it to Kennedy. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slash shot. Airballed. Johnson kicks up the court. Pauses the action. Johnson running around up top. Try to stall. Hurst. The ball will stay with Episcopal after the tip out of bounds for the Huskies. Episcopal with 24 seconds remaining. We'll call a timeout. It'll be Episcopal High School's ball will return. Johnny, we're barely into the season and we're already getting a game like this. What are you thinking right now?
It's amazing. These last 30 seconds are going to be very crucial. We're only down by 1, so we have to put up a point right here. It's over.
Thank you for all your analysis tonight, Johnny.
You're welcome. Thank you for your play-by-play.
You can really feel the tension in this building. Feel the nerves. Feel the air. Even though you're not here with us, you can feel the air. It's a Centennial Gymnasium. Very tense setting right now. Student body is showing out here on a Friday night. Ready to go. "25 seconds remaining. In 25 seconds, the Maroon hope to get the lead back. Hurst out to Studi. Studi working Pabus. Pabus outside to Hurst. Jock pulls up. It's off. And the Maroon foul. The Huskies are in the bonus. 9 seconds remaining. The Huskies will go to the line to shoot 1 and 1. With the miss, the Maroon can get the ball, take it down the court, and convert. But with the make, Payos will go to the line to shoot another.
This will definitely be a sight to see.
Payos makes it a 2-point game. One more will make it a 3-point game. Payos with the ball. Pressure is on. And he drains it. 3-point game. The Maroon get the ball. Studi takes it up. Get out to Hurst. Hurst pulls up from 3. Blocked. Goes down. Still Ferguson. 3-pointer. Off. And that's the end of the game, folks.
Thank you for tuning in. Have a great night.
That's the end of the game. Flint Hill wins by a score of 60-57. 3 points. Not the ending anyone expected, but Flint Hill just showed they wanted it tonight. We hope you enjoyed this great IAC versus MAC matchup, and we hope you'll join us for tomorrow's IAC versus WCAC matchup versus the Heights. Thank you. Please stay safe and have a great night.